Happy winter solstice. I am facing some things that I know that I need this winter time to myself so that I can go the road, to remain buoyant. And feeling good is key, right? Living the life that I want to live that unfolds who I am. Uh, I am definitely one of these people who experienced their DNA activate and the Kundalini rise and the astral travel, and who cares about the message that you got, but you're familiar with downloads now. But besides for that, that's just a recent thing that I think everybody's going through these kind of ascension symptoms is because humanity humanity is on the brink of being annihilated. I mean, it's like the rumor is that something is going extinct of the human occupation or being, and it doesn't mean that something is not going to be left here tooling about, but being amongst, say, how grotesque humanity has gotten. If anything, it's experiencing how disconnected everybody is to just about everything of the truth and anything wholesome and worthwhile. Pardon my if I sound bleak or anything like that, but really, uh, is where I'm at, kind of. I mean, where's Mercury? Can we look at Mercury and see exactly where we are with as far as the cardinal signs being squared, which we don't need this. We don't need this negativity. See, this is what's really difficult. Okay, so we will, by Saturday, the 23rd of December, we'll be experiencing Mercury going retrograde back into, it will hit Sagittarius and go into the 29 and 28, and it stays in for a pretty good amount of time here. It appears, up until around, well, the 24th or something like this. Can't hardly see it, but I mean, somewhere around the 20th degree of Sagittarius. So, not that Sagittarius knows how to. It's about communications with Mercury going back into Sagittarius, but really, it's going to test our belief systems. There's something that's going to happen on the 20. It's the 27th and the 28th. Check it out. It's kind of the talk of the town with astrologers right now. How that, well, because Neptune has been a theme, and Neptune is the planet of deception, and so I think I zeroed in. It's on there's Mercury. Oh, it's going retrograde, so it's on the 27th that Mercury squares Neptune, and then it's not short after that, like right there around. It's right about the same time, is the 28th and the 29th. Mars squares Neptune, and that's just a dangerous time for people who are trying to stay clear, because it's a time of fogginess. They're going to be attacked by the gaslighting population, is all I could say. I mean, here we have it right around the holidays, and Sagittarius does point at our religious beliefs a lot. It really is just our beliefs and the high-minded uh, ideals that we would carry from, and now I would say beliefs again, but see, we're on to the fact that beliefs aren't really, it's a figure of speech, really, but when we want to really cure ourselves if there's a problem, The problem is the mind, and beliefs is only mind, is a mind orientation. You know, that's what the mind is up to, is beliefs. Talking about the word philosophy and how somebody mentioned that, and it's like, well, that's another thing that the mind is into. It ends up having philosophies because it can't have existential reality and it's not dealing with the truth. So it philosophizes about things, and really you don't have to, because if you're an intelligence of the heart, which is awareness, which is not the mind, we can talk about this further. We'll keep talking about it. I would love to, as much as I know I understand it, really have it achieved. No mind. It helps to hold a guitar or some higher learning tool, like grab a broom. I mean, meditation is really it, people. The only cure. There is a plague on the planet, the disease called mind, and the cure is meditation. Anyway, getting back to the very intricate facet of what I was saying earlier. Where was I? Differentiating the mind over the body, say, your awareness, is very important. Sorry, I've completely lost my track. Oh, doing astrology, and it's like, 'tis the season to get really, really, the beliefs scenario, the fact that when we talk about narcissism, ladies and gentlemen, all we're talking about is people who have been so set for their awareness, in fact, is infused with the mind so much that they don't have, it's not really awareness that they have. What they have is the mind now, and reality, in fact, has escaped them. Because if there was another word for reality, which is kind of vague, but we've talked about it before, and it's important to talk about it, and that conversation is called Buddhism, in case you're interested. Reality is now. Reality is now. Whether I have recorded this 3 years ago or 5 months ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever you're listening to it, if you're listening to it, you're going to be listening to it now. You certainly can't record that moment that your mind is at mercy over. It's got to just sit through it. And so now that we got that clear, it's just this space that holds your experience called now. That's what reality is. Uh, Important to have that conversation, and then, okay, so then what is the truth? The truth, well, basically, reality holds the truth, but there's the truth about reality too, and that I just told you about what that was, that it's now, and and then there's little truths about that. Do you get it? I mean, this is fun. The children love it. They knew they came here to do something, and we do keep telling them now, 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 and it's like, can you make something that's the funnest thing in the world the worst thing in the world now? And that's a narcissist for you right there, don't they? Yes. Getting back to, what does this have to do with narcissism? Well, it doesn't, but the hell it does. It sure does. We will start getting you interested finally in something other than uh, complete gibberish. When you say narcissism, you're really talking about, it's usually it's a problem. Otherwise, somebody's name, Narcissa, whatever the hell it was, is that a problem to have just a name? When it becomes a problem, as far as whatever you think is that it's a problem, which it's the mind, and when the mind becomes a problem, it means that it has become fully encapsulated. It's the only thing operating there. That person thinks that their mind is reality. They are dangerous, in fact. They could be, even to themselves, for sure. I mean, but hey, it's only 80 to, we think it's more like 95% of the people out there, folks. Talk about meta. I am dead serious about this. Merry Christmas. Your meta, it's always been your mind. I mean, if you haven't noticed, I mean, it doesn't have to be something so random that you just don't notice that, when you close your eyes at night, if you eat your cilantro and walnuts and chocolate and whatever it takes, just get your pineal gland open and enjoy the light show that's going on. Notice that pretty soon you're going to formulate dreams out of all that color, and you're going to go someplace. But really, I am here to attest to the mandalas and the colors that you can enjoy. And that's the pineal gland activity. And what's my point there? Oh, meta. You have your own meta. It's not only that, not just that. I'm talking about visuals, but you're going to sit there and think and formulate all this crap. And everybody does. I mean, just they turn on the TV and then Tom Brokaw or whoever, my favorite newscaster that I've heard, her name is Shiitake Williams. Shiitake is going to tell you something, and you just run with it down the road. Man, I know somebody over there who's sure that I don't know reality because I stopped watching television. Can you imagine how? And that person is fully encapsulated. They don't really like me. Of course, this is the narcissist that I'm talking about.